I think maybe even Dirty Jersey Rat. Dirty Jersey. Yay! I love that song.
We're gonna continue this back and forth with JMO. We're not gonna give him any air. We're not gonna give him any airtime. But we're gonna let's get this out of the way. We do have some clips to watch, but let's just knock this out first.
Yes,
so
exactly.
Let me switch over to our screen share. Back on Penny's 2 cents, you had your rebuttal to JMO for why for his crass and rude rude remarks, as it might seem.
I've been sweating bullets for like 3 hours since I got home from work.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so I'm watching the Friday edition of BYB last night, and here we go. You ready? You need to pay attention.
I'm paying attention.
All right.
Yeah, Penny seems like the kind of lady that gives like a very firm but loving hand job. Do you know what I'm saying? I hope she takes that the way I mean it.
I hadn't thought of it that way.
Do you know what I mean? Like, listen, do you take the sexual part out of it? She looks like she gets a job done. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like there would be lots of ideas
about a married woman. The big dork.
No, I'm saying, Tommy, don't be disgusting. Okay, obviously they said take the sexuality out.
Take the sex out of it. Didn't you hear that part,
dude?
Yeah, he's being a scientist about it. Dude.
You know the
I'm
big
saying
dork.
That I think that this lady seems like a good egg, and she looks like, I guarantee you, the dork. I bet you he would probably say, yeah, she does. It's loving yet firm.
I didn't skip it. I was going to get back. Penny of the Dork, $2. Shout out to JMO. I'm so glad he's not here to see this. We are fair game, right? Yeah.
She heard his. Yeah. I would be embarrassed if I was JMO talking like that.
That's probably why he left. He was embarrassed. He couldn't handle the embarrassment. I think that is true.
All right. So there you go. So before I let you respond to that, of course I heard this live, and I was like, holy shit, okay, shots fired, JMO, and I thought to myself, okay, Penny put herself out there, we both put ourselves out there, so she's fair game for this shit, and I know Penny can take it.
Absolutely,
I know Penny can handle this, so I built this up to her, as I told her, she'll probably agree, I made it, worse than
absolutely.
I made her think it was worse.
Absolutely,
than it actually
I've
was.
been sweating bullets.
But I wanted her to see this raw and without seeing it before the shows. This is the first time she'd actually seen it. So let me go ahead and respond, and I'll figure this out.
It's okay. You watched, and flattery and repeating whatever you want to say. You just said it. Just says you follow me. And that's okay, and if you choose to not like me, that's okay too. If you want to talk trash, that's okay too. I and we are putting ourselves out there. And if you have nothing better to say and to talk about sex like a 13-year-old, then go ahead and do that. But guess what? I got some views. I got a lot of views. Probably almost as much as you. Maybe not as much. I'll say half. And that's okay. I'm good. I'm good. I was expecting somebody to say something terrible. You're fat, you're ugly, your makeup's terrible, and all that kind of stuff. But you just want to talk about something like that? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. So let's get on with our show.
There you go. All right.
Let's get on with our show.
So he commented on your shows, in the comment section, right?
Yeah.
You can comment. So this is his comment. This is says Mrs. Penny with a heart. I was not making fun. I actually meant as a compliment. Sorry again. I'm an idiot. Okay. We talked about it on our first test stream.
Yeah,
we talked about our first test. I think you threw out some jabs and
I did.
and some shit to him, which he absolutely deserved.
It can be open season, yes. And like I said, call me a bitch, say I'm fat, say I'm ugly, say you don't like me. That's all of that stuff is good, but cutting that low with what he said, yeah, that just shows the type of character of a person that he is, and he automatically assumes that that's the type of person I am, and I'm not, because that just proved to me that you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Let's get back to J-Mo so we can get rid of this fucktard.
Yeah. Okay, so this was his comment on after your Penny's 2 cents, and then we went on our show, the first test stream, and he says this. Okay, he says, and I quote, let me blow it up there a little bit better.
Yeah.
I resend my apologies. I'm not sorry. Now I'm irritated. And you can all
Hey, Tom and Joe.
kind of see the grammar, the spelling, and the punctuation there.
Penny versus Mo roast at Hackamania. You know what? That sounds all good, but you know what? This guy is not even worth my time. He is not. He has portrayed himself as a 12-year-old infantile child. Go ahead. You go ahead, baby, because you got it all. Go ahead.
Sorry, you're absolutely correct. But here's the thing. Dr. Dr. Chow says Penny versus Mo roasted Hackamania. That's the thing. J-Mo ain't going to nothing.
Fuck no. Unless somebody pays for it.
J-Mo's sitting in his little town, doing his little job and getting on the airways and on the YouTubes and talking shit.
Right. I must say one thing about J-Mo though.
He ain't going nowhere.
I love his green screen.
Whose?
J-Mo's.
Well, that's just a fancy picture.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
He couldn't afford it.
Yeah. Okay. So back to this.
Yeah.
I rescind my apologies. I'm not sorry. Now I'm irritated. Now I broke down both of these
Comments.
These comments, and I want to go over the first one first, if that makes sense.
J-Mo, I got a tissue.
So let me see if I can find it.
Dr. Chow, I don't know if Mo is broke, but he acts broke as a joke. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to go there with Mo,
Yeah.
but he ain't going nowhere.
No.
He ain't going to Hackamania. Absolutely not. There's no chance of his. Let me show his first one real quick. Basically, this first one is him, his being sorry for what he says, but the breakdown of his second one is the more important one. So it's I rescind my apologies. I'm not sorry now. I'm irritated. Go ahead and talk for a minute, Worms. Let me make sure I'm right.
So he went on BYB the other night and proceeded to chalk up how cool he was for the comment that he made. Once again, that's a comment from a 12-year-old kid who has no idea what he's talking about. And other people thought that it was funny. It's not funny. It's degrading, and that's sexual harassment.
Okay, yeah, that's exactly right. So
yeah.
I do have the breakdown of his original wording. This one right here, Miss Penny, I was not making fun. I actually meant it as a compliment. So I asked Google Gemini. I said, break down the sentence grammatically, punctuation and spelling, and right away I'm not putting that properly, but that's okay. Here's a breakdown of the text provided, followed by an analysis of the specific dynamic and described regarding the lewd nature of the comment. It's an informal text message register. This is the way it's set out. The spelling is correct. The punctuation is correct for the most part. So getting down here, the contextual analysis. You asked what it is called when the compliment in question was actually crass and lewd.
Right.
When somebody makes a sexually explicit or offensive comment and then defends it by claiming I meant it as a compliment, they are engaging in a specific type of social manipulation. Depending on the severity and setting, here are the terms for that behavior. Sexual harassment. If the comment was lewd, sexual in nature, and unwanted, it is by definition sexual harassment. So there's one thing. Now we're not saying that we're going to do anything about that.
No.
We're not saying that we're going to.
Ain't worth my time.
Yeah, exactly. But I just want to put it out there that this is what he's kind of engaging in here. Is basically sexual harassment of somebody he doesn't even know.
Exactly. Doesn't know me from Adam.
Sexual objectification. Sexual objectification. Lewd comment disguised as a compliment is often an act of objectification. Mm-hmm. And then minimization, the apology tactic. Yes. The sender is shifting the focus from impact you were offended by something lewd to intent. They wanted to be nice. Exactly.
Right.
This implies that your reaction is the problem, not the behavior. It's just that you, in the wrong way, took it in the wrong way rather than acknowledging that what they said was objectively inappropriate. And I love this. I love this part. So this is known as Schrodinger's douchebag, and hopefully I'm saying that right. Internet slang. Schrodinger's douchebag.
Exactly. Love it.
Let's
Douchebag. I love it.
Let's give it up for Schrodinger's douchebag. This is a popular term for someone who makes offensive statements and decides whether they are joking or complimenting only based on the reaction that they get.
Right.
If you had laughed, they would have continued being lewd.
Exactly.
Since you got upset, they retreated to, I'm an idiot. It was just a compliment. Benevolent sexism. If the comment was based on gender stereotypes, even nice ones, it falls under benevolent sexism. All right. And then the summary is the text you received in an attempt to reframe harassment as a misunderstanding. By calling himself an idiot and using a heart emoji, he's playing the victim to make you feel guilty for being offended by his lewdness.
And another thing that gets me is when he was on BYB and they spoke about my reaction to what he said, the little slime ball never said to his little butt buddies that he had apologized or what he thought was an apology, you know.
And once again, I just want to start this. I just want to clarify that this is a person that he has had one interaction with on a video, and basically knew nothing about.
Right.
And this was his first attempt at humor, an attempt at being edgy through BYB, and of course not on his channel because he don't get views.
Exactly, Tommy. Using AI for this is hilarious. It is hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, I love AI.
A slime ball fucktard.
For this exact thing is one of the reasons why I love AI, because
Here's the thing. I
can get my thoughts out in a more intelligent way, because this is what I think.
And I'd like to have a private conversation with him and see the look on his face when I tell him why what he said was extremely wrong. He's just an arrogant ass who thinks that he can come on and talk shit about me, you know, once again, and I'll repeat it. This is like time 4 or 5. Call me a fucking bitch. Say I'm ugly. Say I'm fat. Say I'm blah, 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 blah. Okay? But what you did is called sexual harassment. It is sexual harassment. If you worked in the same job that I worked at and you said that, you'd be fired.
And I want to get this out of the way.
Yeah, let's get him off. I don't want to give him any more fucking clout than he thinks he deserves.
Yeah. All right. So share this tab instead. All right. So this is the second comment he made. I rescind my apologies. I'm not sorry. Now I'm irritated.
He rescinds them.
So he rescinds them. So I asked AI. I said, break down the following statement by grammar, spelling, and punctuation. And I showed it. Here's a breakdown. The vocabulary, the rescind versus rescind. Obviously, he meant to say rescind. The spelling contractions, I'm and I'm. Of course, we know how to spell that correctly. Punctuation and sentence structure. The run-on sentence. I'm not sorry. Now I'm irritated. There should be a period in between. Capitalization is tone. Obviously, he's trying to yell when he says that. There's a bunch of stuff about it there. So the corrected sentence should be, I rescind my apologies. I'm not sorry. Semicolon. Now I am irritated. And then I asked Gemini to give me a graphic on how this whole thing is here, how this whole thing could look. And I will share this and see what all you all think about this. So, sentence debugging diagram, the irate retraction.
I love it.
And then it shows all the shit we just went over in a humorous way with the corrected construct at the bottom. So there you go, JMO. Use a little bit of AI next time you want to talk shit. Talk more shit to us, which was not necessary in the first place. And I'm sure there's going to be, they're on tonight. I'm sure there's going to be more back and forth, and
exactly.
We'll see how that goes, and we'll play it from there.
And what's that famous saying?
Yeah,
JMO just has quad washing his balls. Okay. And I don't mean that anything negative against you, Quad. I think you actually put on a decent show, and I like you. I do. But for whatever reason you have this JMO on there, yeah, he's a fucktard. And anybody who wants to attack a female like that, yeah, I don't know what's in his brain and what he's thinking. Yeah. I bet you wouldn't say that shit to my face.
Yeah, absolutely not.
And I know you wouldn't say it to the big dork's face.
Right. So JO is fine. Foot in mouth syndrome. Yes.
Yeah, he put his foot in his mouth and choked on his fucking shoelaces.